12 Days of Christmas is an event here at Meadowood where we bring 12 chefs from across the country, myself included, to our kitchen. We pair that chef with a local vintner. We invite guests. It feels great for us to be able to bring all these people together for a cause as great as Share Our Strength.
Most events around the country are about food or wine. What's amazing about the 12 days, it's also about staying and experiencing the valley. Staying here at Meadowood is just amazing, and then you complement your stay with a fantastic dinner that showcase a great chef and a phenomenal vintner that probably you drove by their vineyard today.
And the 12 Days of Christmas is a great opportunity for us to not only showcase 12 talented chefs, but also 12 vineyards producing one of the most fantastic wines here in the valley.
This is a return for me to the 12 Days of Christmas, and the return to Meadowood is always like coming back to a secret part of Napa. It is so forested and so green and lush.
Meadowood is sort of a state of mind. The property is so visually stunning, and there's a culture within the staff and a culture of service that very much fits the place.
The restaurant Meadowood has been open a little bit over 3 years, and for the past 3 years we've received 2 Michelin stars out of 3 possible stars. That's a great honor.
Day 2 of 12 Days of Christmas with Marcus Samuelson from Aquavit in New York. Thanks for joining us, Chef.
For the 12 Days of Christmas this year here at Meadowood, we have 5 out of the 10 best new chefs named by Food & Wine magazine on their 2009 issue.
One of the cool things we have as chef is the community that we have. I know Chef Chris is very talented, and when he called me, I was excited about it.
I've not been here before, so it's a pleasure to be here for the first time. Beautiful property, absolutely gorgeous. Really a very charming, almost old world feel to it.
Share Our Strength, I think, is a great charity. We've supported it for years in Los Angeles. They've raised millions and millions of dollars and fed, thousands upon thousands of people, which is a very important thing.
It's amazing to think that 1 in 4 children in America experience food poverty, and I don't think you just think that in your everyday life.
For me, it's really a pleasure to be here and to know that I am having a great time while I am participating in such a worthwhile cause.
When you attend any of our dinners here at the 12 Days of Christmas, you get the opportunity not only to meet the chef or eat their food, but you're mingling with vintners from the valley, especially the winemakers or owners of a certain vineyard that's featured that night, and listen really how they came about pairing their wines with the chef.
The vintners who support this event, who participate in this event, have been sharing their craft and their expertise for some of them for decades. So for them to come in and participate and allow me and allow these chefs to do the same is quite remarkable.
The best wines are the ones that evolve. They live at the table. When you open it up and that first taste is very different from the last taste, the oxygen gets to it, the flavors, the texture changes, the viscosity changes of the wine as you're drinking and eating. You are doing this dish start to finish.
Prime grade. Here guys, let's go. Table 10.
One of the things that we're happiest about here is the ability of bringing these amazing chefs from all over the country into the valley and exposing the people here to their food. But in return, they take our wines, and when they learned about the valley and the importance of relationships that food and wine have here.
The 12 chefs aren't simply chosen at random. These are people that I've developed relationships with. For me to be able to pick up the phone and call these chefs and say, come spend a day, come spend 2 days with me and my staff in my kitchen, is an amazing thing.
When we first got invited to this thing, I was like, when I saw the rest of the lineup, I was like, how the hell did they mix us into this group?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, most of these chefs are Michelin star chefs, and as they deserve to be. And
we get invited to stuff that's like barbecue and bubbles. You know what I mean? Like it's a little bit more like
stand by a grill and cook.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun to be in this environment with this many people.
I'm just looking forward to a good night. I think Chris has been a good host. The kitchen staff is doing an excellent job, and at this point they're used to it. They do this, I guess, 12 days a year, every year. So they're very good at it.
Ready. Pancho, go! Go, 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 go!
So day after day throughout the course of the event, we see a myriad of styles, a myriad of aesthetics, a myriad of means by which these chefs manage. You have sort of a young Turk sort of avant-garde style coming in. And then the next day that's juxtaposed with someone who's speaking from a more classical voice. at the end of these evenings, you learn that it's a very big tent. There's a lot of personalities and a lot of characters and a lot of traits that all fall within the category of chef.
All these dishes that are on the menu this evening on my menu in New York at the restaurant, the ingredients and the techniques are the same. We're giving a true representation of what we do in New York.
Nationally, the Portland food scene, it gets a lot of media, so it was a huge honor for us, I think, to be invited as the Portland representatives. There's a lot of really amazing chefs in Portland, so we want the guests to have a really great experience and really taste a little bit of what Portland's like.
Something extraordinarily exciting is to see the chefs create these menus and see how far they can push the envelope, and then have these vintners then pull their favorite wines they may have in their cellar, and then see actually when you taste the food and the wine together how they work, and then to hear the stories on why they did it.
Cooking for me is many things. Cooking is ultimately love. My connection with my family, my connection to poverty, my connection to luxury.
Cooking is very zen. Just the act of cooking, it's almost like prayer. All the different activities that you do them over and over and over, the same thing.
As the chef of Meadowood and as the host of 12 Days, it's such a treat and such an honor to welcome all these chefs here. So many opportunities for them to teach us, for them to kind of see what we do here in Napa.
But I think that's really the best way to get inspired and reinvigorated, and you see what other people do in their kitchens, and it just makes you want to get back to your own and apply what you've learned.
For me, I think it's really a privilege to be here. I really appreciate. I know you guys are working hard. You have new chefs every week coming in, every day coming in, but I hope it's going to be memorable.
There's this great event that's going on here. Every person that's buying a chair to come to either our dinner or anybody else's dinner understands what this event's for and why they're being a part of it. The money raised is going to kids who might not get to have a great Christmas dinner or meal like we all are going to enjoy tonight.
I think it's great that Meadowood wants to establish the tradition of having the 12 Days of Christmas, especially partner We Share Our Strength. I think it's a great thing, and I really encourage everyone to come back year after year so that we can really build this into a great tradition.
No two nights are ever going to be the same. We have different chefs this year every night, and next year there will be new chefs. So hopefully people will make it a tradition to spend their Christmas and come here to the 12 Days of Christmas.
It's great for us to kind of do what we do every day, and in doing so, benefit a charity as valuable as Share Our Strength. There's a big group of people in that kitchen who come in every day and truly love what they do. So, thank you all very much. Have a great holidays. Appreciate it.